you probably are faced with a lot of comparisons to Mary.
Yes.
Because you guys are twins, but they're not twins, but they're sisters. So do you get a lot of that?
Well, we have had people kind of compare us to Mary because when we were coming up, even in college, we would sing a lot of their songs because we really were inspired by Mary and we really enjoyed their ministry. But we are definitely a lot different from Mary. But even my father, he says, well, I see you acting like now, and it's usually Mary, and they're a great inspiration. But we haven't gotten, you know, a great deal of Mary. We have heard it here and there. But if people want to compare us to Mary, then
that's all right.
That's a good thing. I'll tell you, we went to a conference in Charlotte that Donnie McClurkin was doing. It was a music conference, Perfecting Faith, and Myron Butler was there, and some other artists. Israel was there, and one of our concerns. And there was another gentleman that was there. He was one of the producers for some familiar artists in gospel. And we asked him, we were kind of concerned about the Mary, kind of us being, was that going to hinder our ministry? And we approached him about it. It's like, you know, should we change our name? Is that something that we should consider? And he said, well, you know, that's nothing that you have to worry about. You know, if you can sing, then just go forward and just do that. Don't worry about being compared to them. So that's just kind of something we just kind of...
Because in terms of our biblical growth, you know, pastors are compared to Joseph and some Paul, and so relationships in terms of comparisons are going to always exist because somebody is always going to remind somebody of someone. It doesn't matter whether it's the person on the corner that is lifting up a bottle to the person that's lifting up a Bible or a professor lifting up his students. There are going to be comparisons. So yeah, I think it's a cool thing that's sort of, because then someone will at least say, oh, I remember there's several ideas I have in my head sometimes, and I'll be at the state, and people at the state level are quite interested, and sometimes they'll say, well, you know, Patricia, I'm trying to figure out exactly what model to fit that thinking into. And my position is, why could try to fit it? Let's create a whole nother model. But really the world and the industries are not necessarily like that. They want to be able to compare you to something so they can have an idea on what your call might be.